Hi, guys, welcome back to another episode of the MarketSquare Podcast. My name is Valerie Vishne, and I'm a marketing executive here at Antropee. With me is.
Hamza Meyaki, Creative Director, Marketing Executive, Antropee.
And my bestie at the
My
office.
guy.
Do you think that we are besties because of our trauma?
Because we're seeing the Shege together.
Yo, let's actually speak about it, right? I feel like there's a couple of different stages to Shaggy
Shege. For life. I
in
agree.
marketing.
I swear to God.
Okay, no, tell me which stages.
Bro, there's always Shege. From finding the clients,
Oh my
like
God.
finding them. Like, you know how you have to go look for
Yes.
them, and then it's like they are not just everywhere. So you have to figure out how whether to attract.
Wait, oh hey, you didn't even talk. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've actually been instructed not to use pigeon in this podcast. Sorry. I have to remember this is professional and we're speaking to professionals.
Do the
You're
count.
talking to the comms. You're talking about now attracting people.
Mm-hmm.
What about when how do they say yapa in English? When there's so many clients,
Yeah,
but you
reaching
have to
out.
now qualify
Yes.
the leads that are coming to you
Through the funnel.
because remember we had run a campaign a couple of years back, I think last year, last 2 years, and we had so many people DMing us,
Yeah,
and
then
it
we
was like, yeah, but
don't. We have to like you too.
say it again for the people in the back. We have to like you too. It's one thing for your clients to like you.
Mhm.
You have to like them too because marketing is a thing of passion.
Yes, because sometimes the money, it's just like there's I don't think there's anything like enough money for
Never.
campaign.
There
Do you
can never
get
be.
so? But then when you're happy doing it, you understand, like you like the client, so there's more like like an emotional attachment, and
Thank
then
you.
with that now you just want to like okay, ahead, let's do it.
There's almost a secondary fulfillment when
Yeah,
you know that okay, I'm going to enjoy this brief.
yeah.
It's something challenging, but in briefs and having things challenge you,
Mm-hmm.
I find that there's two stages to briefs.
Yeah.
There's or maybe three.
Mm-hmm.
There's ideation,
Yes.
execution, and then the aftermath.
Come on, that aftermath. Because things are very sweet on paper. Like
Oh
you
my
be like,
God.
okay, this stuff, let's run this campaign, and it's sweet, and
Anyway,
it's a big brand, and you know what I'm saying? And then you be like, okay, based on like my calculations and everything, this is how much we need to execute. And then you now go and meet like the people that you're supposed to work with, like the talent, and then they realize that oh my, it's a big brand, and then everybody's price will just go up. And then now you're thinking, how do I do this thing? Like, what's
I'm so
happening?
sorry.
And then you're trying to negotiate, and it's like, bro, they have paid you money for this thing, and then you'll be like, my guy, I beg now.
Have you ever said the truth now?
Mhm.
I think we're in a safe space. Other marketers gather around.
Gather around though. It's serious.
Have you ever not name brand like we work with a big brand now, right?
Mm.
But we will not name them
Yeah,
when you're trying to recruit talent or when you're trying to get people to work because you just know that the moment you just call
bro. Like it. That's it. Once you just mention like, okay, this is the brief and this is what it's about, everyone is just thinking you have like you probably received like 1 billion naira from it.
and even
Even if you get a billion
if you
naira,
haven't seen our episode with our accountants, go and watch it because even if I get a billion naira,
that
is it
guy.
is it the billion? I won't use the billion to execute now. I will still use like
I
one
mean,
third of that money and then have to explain to the client. And the client just wants, I mean, once they've paid, honestly,
no stories. Come back with results.
that's all they want.
And then that another thing is like it now gets overwhelming because you have to like defend for the client. First of all, you start by writing a road, like working on a roadmap, and that's research. You have to like ask people for information, do research. Sometimes we even put out surveys, you understand, so that people like listen just because we know we want to listen. And then
You're giving me flashbacks.
and then and then
Surveys
and then
at the
and then
ghetto.
and then you see me rehearsing with my brothers like yo, if I present to them like this, are they going to like now the thing is not even about your own strategies or your strategy is good on paper, but then you still have to defend it. After doing all of this and let's say you now close, then there's accountants.
And now, and
You have to
there's
defend.
one thing, there's a thing about you cooking. You know how like you'll be cooking, you'll be cooking your beans.
Mm-hmm.
You taste, you say,
It's,
to be
it's
it's
doing
nice.
well.
It's nice.
And then one person will
Somebody
just
go eat your beans. Why didn't you add salt?
I know. So before bar, let me tell you something. Like, you know how we were like working on briefs. Remember there was a brief that was like it was too long, and there was someone that we sent a brief for. And it was like it's too short. So do you get? So now you now have to now be I don't know, a therapist or whatever it is that you need to be. You need to like now understand these people's
A
character.
majority of marketing, if you don't have some kind of discernment,
Mhm.
people skills, I don't think marketing is for
Bro,
you.
you're going to suffer.
Because, you know, let's even talk about consultation. Half of consultation is listening to somebody and their dream and their vision for
And
life.
most
Le-
times for free. You know, we used to like do it for
we
free.
no,
But
we don't do that
now,
anymore. Oh
not
my
anymore.
God.
No,
No.
no.
We've come a long way.
Can't
We
do that
had
for free no more. Me
we
waste my time.
we
Sometimes
had
I'll wake up in the morning, like after stand up, and now I'm just rushing into like consultation, and this guy after
and
like stressing you out, and then they'll just
because sometimes all people need, they don't need your roadmap. They need a listening ear.
listen to them. Tell, oh
They
my
don't
god, the
need
idea is
they
great, and
don't
then you
need
tell
your
them
strategies. They need validation.
that yeah,
So sometimes you have to you can be in the middle of a consultation and just know, swear word. I'm not getting any money from this guy.
you know. Do you remember there was a guy in our company? We're not going to mention name.
Please
Every
don't.
time that they mention small money, he just leaves the meeting.
I'm not even joking. This gentleman was offended at the idea of like we would be in we would be in consultations, and that time Hamza and I were honestly we were just, it's the thing of passion. Like
Yeah,
if we were
we just
passionate
like
about the project,
yeah,
we were there, like we'd
that
see it
guy
to the end.
just
This gentleman,
is out.
he would hear and he would just leave. Like you're talking money like when you call it 3M brief, 5M, he has lost interest. Like he's like, okay. And not even interested, like or what did they talk about in a meeting?
He's out. Forget about it. He doesn't want
Like
to
how you
even
guys
know.
closed it. Good for you.
I don't need that, man. You understand?
But in all of this, right?
Mhm.
What would you say is your favorite stage in marketing?
The right stage. To
Yeah.
be very honest, but I think execution. And the reason is because
Stop. You're just saying that for the cameras.
no, I'm not saying for the camera. Do you know why it's execution? Let me explain. It's like after like all the hard work, after like the ideation, working on the roadmap, I was able to close. So it's a win. So now I'm now faced with the challenge of trying to make it happen, trying to show people that okay, yes, I did this. You understand? So that's why it's my favorite part.
I like
You
I
understand?
like the idea. I like that it's a challenge you want to like rise up
Yes,
to.
like every time, like you have closed now. Shay, you have been telling us that you can do this, you can do that. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
do
do
it.
it. I find that it's kind of like the opposite for me. I prefer ideation
Yeah.
as a
But
stage.
that's a beautiful stage because
It
like
is
that's
the
where you
creative,
create
you
from.
know. It's like you can dream of anything. Of course, and I think the challenge for me comes in having to now defend this dream,
Yeah.
right? Because I can dream it and then I'll meet my clients and now I have to now tell them this is why it's going to work for you. This is why you need to go with this strategy. Do you
And
understand?
because you're like a marketing exec, they expect you to know better than them. They expect you to like just figure out their product in the span of like 1 week and then come up with all the solutions that they need. They are
Can I?
giving you ROIs. Okay. You remember there was the time, another meeting. Remember that meeting that the guy was saying, like, okay, what's the ROI? If I put in this money, how much
And
am
I'm
I going
looking
to
at
make
and I'm
back?
looking at the chief like
Bro,
we've not
we're
even
not going to
started.
get like, do you understand?
Even the metrics that you're working with. But can I just say that a pro tip to any marketers out there,
Mhm.
remove words like I think, I feel, like remove all those uncertain terminologies from your vocabulary. When your clients are paying you big money, they're not paying you to think and feel. They're paying
Real
you
life.
to come and talk.
Win.
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 Win. You oh my god. You know how you can be in the middle of a campaign and your strategy is tanking.
And you already know, you're like, oh
You
my.
have to confidently tell your clients, we are going to make it out of this. And they can smell it when you don't believe it.
Yes.
Like the moment that you are shaking in it, they will just
But that's where we come in because
What's
like we don't dwell on problems. Like we
Keep
always,
eh?
you know how many
I know
times we have
I
it looks like we are going
your
to fail.
pigeon wants to slip out.
And then you know how many times I will be like, it looks like the campaign is failing, and we're telling them that we are the one. Don't worry. Like, but then you know how it is now. Like we are not the person dropping the money is like, I don't think this is gonna work. And we're like, just chill. We
do
got
the
do the
comms.
calm.
Do the comms.
Yeah.
And that's honestly like it's why I I admire our style of our work ethic,
Yeah.
because we don't want you stressing. We want to be the ones
Like
to stress. It bothers me when my clients say, "Oh, I was awake at night." Why, baby? That's my job.
like
I'm awake.
like I have my friend, I have a friend, he's into tech, and he was like, my name is so, 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 and I'm the reason why CEOs go on vacation. You understand? And then when I
I'm
think about
stealing
it,
that.
like, and when I think about it, like, all our clients like sleep better. You understand? Except the ones that maybe have refused to just sleep.
It's
Yeah.
just
And
tech.
it's a thing of trust.
It's a it's a
but
thing of choice.
then but then you know that then I think sometimes, but like most times the campaign, once it starts, like when we are like producing and stuff, it looks like nothing is going to happen. And then like after like we execute and then they follow the strategy, like you now see that it start working, and then they're looking at
Oh, oh,
but you told me, like, oh, I told you this thing.
there's so much to even discuss in this, because can we even start talking about like long-term investments, like when sometimes your strategy starts to pay off a year after the campaign has already,
Bro, don't
like, I
lie.
have people that come back after a campaign I've run a year later, and they're like, "I saw that campaign. This is what made me decide to," and I'm like, and that client did not wait. In those 3 months their KPI was not met, and they were like, "Okay, bye bye, thank you." But
Wrapped up.
so to I want to just kind of state that I still believe that ideation is the best part.
Validation is very important because that's like where you create these things
Mm.
from. You understand? Because at the end of the day, that's the reason why people will believe you and trust their products
With
or
you
your
or their brand,
service
yeah.
with you. You understand? So why I like execution is just simply because of like the challenges involved. Like, okay, sometimes there's like a roadblock or something,
Mm.
and then you have to like figure out how to navigate, how to like just win. Like we just want to win. I mean, the whole this thing is fight for your product. You understand? And that's what we like always do. That's what we sleep and think of various ways on how to like fight for your product. Even when you are winning, sometimes you see that we are also like brainstorming. Like we do
How do
meetings
we
twice a day,
multiply?
like internal
How
meetings.
do we
Like, do
multiply
you
this
understand?
win?
How do we make money for this person, so
Mm.
that because we care about customer retention also. So because of like all of these things, we are trying to figure out okay how to win. Like for me, I used to tell like my family members and people like in my close circle that you have me. You understand? Come to me, come to Habibi. Like, let's figure out your this. If it's a marketing problem, then you don't have a problem, my guy.
With that, honestly, what more do we need to say in this episode? Trust us with your products. We want to
Bring
do
it.
the
Want
fighting
to
for you.
fight for it. So you can go on vacation, really. You can go and do anything you want to do. Blue waters.
I think we should do more episodes together.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
my guy. My guy.
Better. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope that from this you were able to garner that marketing is the pits, but we love our jobs. We absolutely. I if ever the question was asked, who dig these pits for me? I dig them for myself.
Real life. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Like always, bring your product. If it's a marketing problem, you don't have a problem. Let's fight for your brand.